Hello everybody and welcome to the 5th Let's Chat. Now this is going to be my post-Christmas pre-Hogmanay chat vlog type thing. If you don't know what Hogmanay is, that is what the Scottish call New Year. Usually it involves us going out and getting drunk at a ceilidh, etc. That's kind of like the traditional thing, although I haven't been to a ceilidh in years. And I don't drink anyway. I think I moaned about how I spend my New Year's in my last vlog type thing. I spend it sheltering my dog from all the fireworks that terrify her to no end. Unfortunately, she's just one of those dogs that gets utterly terrified, and everything we try and do to stop her having this fear of fireworks doesn't work. We had there's this weird one where it was like a pheromone scent thing that gives off something to do with a mother's animal dog. That's the word I'm looking for. A mother dog's scent or something stupid like that. You know, we were basically willing to try anything at that point when we were resorting to ordering aroma dispenser thingies to stick near the dog during fireworks. But anyway, yeah, I don't have anything set. Well, I do kind of. I have two mild things to talk about. I guess we should cover Christmas. As much as I said that I don't particularly care for the time of year, that doesn't mean I don't want to hear about how you spent yours. So, did you get anything good? Did you get any gaming stuff? I'm curious. Gaming wise, I didn't really get anything other than stuff I bought myself in the Steam sale, but I didn't ask for anything. I mean, because gaming is kind of like my employment, as it were. I don't ask for games as gifts because I can either get them as review copies or I can just buy them myself if I plan to do coverage. So yeah, I didn't particularly get any gaming stuff. I wasn't going to buy a next gen console, etc. I'm waiting a bit longer to buy a PS4. But yeah, have you got any gaming stuff? Share that in the comments if you want. I'm curious what things people ask for Christmas. There was this great post on Reddit by this person who had asked their family for Grand Theft Auto 5 and just asked them en masse, and clearly no one thought to say to each other who was buying what, so he posted this picture of Christmas Day and he had 3 copies of Grand Theft Auto 5. I think that very cute and very funny, and it's such a thing. I mean, families just do that sort of thing, don't they? So I suppose I could go over briefly what I got. I got a ridiculous number of pairs of socks and pairs of underpants because I'm at that age now where you always get given that kind of stuff. I mean, that's how you know that you've kind of crossed the threshold of no longer being a child, when you start getting given clothes you didn't ask for. But I did get some stuff I wanted. I got Pacific Rim on DVD. I want to see that because I like big stumpy mechs and I heard it's quite good. I don't really go to the cinema or anything like that, so if there is anything I ever want to see, I always just wait until I can get it on DVD. And don't even get me started on Blu-rays because I don't give a shit about Blu-rays. So I haven't watched it yet, but I will get around to it, probably during New Year's, because I don't really have the time to play games while I'm trying to cower... No, I'm not cowering. While I'm sheltering a cowering Maya from fireworks, but I could probably watch a movie at the same time, especially if it's a loud movie, because then I could just turn it up a lot, although, you know, that's not really any help because dogs have super sensitive hearing. But still, I did get some sweeties that I like, some candies, if you're in America. You know, that kind of stereotypical stuff. What else did I get? I got a book, a 40k book I asked for from my grandmother, and I also got some spending money that I'm not sure what to do with. I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe now I could go buy a couple of 3DS games I wanted, or the new Mario game, but I begrudge paying such a stupid price for those things, and I'm having trouble finding them at second hand prices so far because they're still so new. So I think I'm going to wait a bit longer until the price for that comes down, if indeed they do. If they don't, I just won't bother. There's plenty of other games to play. Yeah, so I think for now, I think I'm just going to store the money and maybe put it towards the cost of a PS4 come the time at which it has games that are worthwhile. Which is... when is the PS4 going to have good games? I remember guessing March, so I guess I'll stick with the rough estimate of March, or... I mean, when it comes to March, I could just wait until June and then say that's what I want for my birthday, but whatever. Did I get anything else? I'm looking around because I still have remnants of my Christmas kind of sitting around my room at present. Let me see here. Nope, not really. Nothing I can think of. Clothes, lots of clothes, some money. Oh, that's what else. I didn't see it over there. My sister got me a Bleach anthology. For people who don't know, that's a manga. That's not it's not an anthology on the history of the Bleach substance. And it was interesting getting that, you know, because back when it had a good story when it first started out as well. But to look at the first, I don't know how many issues are in one volume of Bleach, let's say about 10, so let's say 30 issues of Bleach, compared to now, the art style is ridiculously better now than when it started out. It started out looking really, really cheap and bad, quite frankly, by comparison to how good Kubo Tide got at drawing. But all long-running mangas are like that. Look at Dragon Ball, the first few of that, and then how it ended up, and obviously Naruto as well. I like it from that point of view. I like looking at it, knowing how it looks now, and thinking, wow, it started off with everybody having weird shaped chins and stuff like that. That's probably the reason why in all the Bleach games they have ridiculously pointy chins to the point it looks stupid. It's probably based on the original art style rather than the art style it has now, although he does usually use the pointy chin style that I really, really hate. Because I can't get it out of my mind, I saw a picture once where someone had taken a really pointy chinned or anime character, I don't know if it was a manga or anime, whatever, and had them breaking open a can of beer with the sharp end of their chin, and I just can't get that out of my head. Anytime I see a pointy chinned character, I'm picturing it now. I'm sure you can find it if you search. I don't know what the hell you would search for though, but I'm sure you can find it if you search. So that was my Christmas, and as I was saying, I had a dentist appointment on the day before Christmas Eve, and I ended up having to pay double because they found the filling next to the filling, although I suspect she accidentally knocked a bit of my tooth out or something like that. So yeah, I had a double the size dentist bill. Merry Christmas. And I said that sarcastically. I used to have this thing where I worked in retail where I would deliberately go out of my way to avoid saying Merry Christmas because I found it fun. I liked the challenge, because if you're working in retail and you have to constantly talk to tons of people, they'll always say that because it's a good way to force an end to a conversation. Just, oh, have a Merry Christmas and a New Year if I don't see you, and then they'll head out the door and you're expected to say something back. So I liked the challenge of trying to find ways to get around saying it to people. I don't really care as much now, although the words are meaningless, as it were. But that was my Christmas. For Hogmanay, I have already expressed what I'm doing. What's everyone else doing? Is New Year such a big thing? I know, like at the turn of the century, etc., people make a big deal. But does everybody go out and get drunk for New Year? Is that the thing? Does everybody do that? Or does anyone just stay in and have a nice quiet night in on New Year's? I don't know. I wonder if people will be playing games on New Year. That's what I'll be. No, I won't be out. Well, I'd like to think I'd be able to, but it's all down to whether or not people let fireworks off. I so hope this heavy rain and wind continues into the new year, because that way there won't be any fireworks, because people will end up accidentally blowing themselves up, which will be fun. You know, give dogs a break for one New Year's. Does this count as a downer? No, I don't think it's so. I'm trying not to make every bloody Let's Chat a downer. So yes, Christmas is fun. Tell me about yours. Tell me what you got, etc. And that's going to conclude my coverage of Christmas. And I probably won't bother talking about New Year next time. Although who knows? What will the date be next time? It'll be about the 5th of January 2014. The next one is definitely going to be a downer, because it'll be me bitching about the new monetization system coming into effect. Oh, and on that note, if you remember the last time, I was mentioning a friend of mine who does vlogs, and they had struggled to get through the monetization system after making only one little or two little changes that I suggested as a test. They're still waiting on a monetization review being completed on a video they uploaded on the 19th of December. And I'm recording this the day before this goes live, so it goes live on the 30th, so you can work it out. Which is ridiculous, and it's all going to be like that. It's going to be like that for everybody. So, not to tread over old ground here, but do not join a multi-channel network. They are absolutely pointless at this point. There is no reason. They will just take your money and give you nothing in return. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy the next 2 years of my contract until it runs out. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was the future of my channel, so it's kind of connected to that. What plans do I have once this new monetization system comes in? Well, since the demo seemed to upload fine with no problems as far as content ID goes, and I am directly chasing up with Namco Bandai whether or not they will give me written proof that I can monetize, at the end of January I do plan to start doing quite a lot of coverage of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z. I apologise if you're not into your anime games, but I am, and I know a large silent majority of my subscribers are too. So I have to give them what they want, and I do enjoy, and I enjoyed what I played of the demos. I certainly have a lot better than Ultimate Tenkaichi, which was the last one, and that almost put me off playing any other Dragon Ball games ever again because of how bad it was. So that's what I plan to do at the end of January. Also towards the end of January, I think there's murmurings that the Binding of Isaac Rebirth will be out. I've never really done any content of that, but I've put a ridiculous number of hours into the game itself off camera, So I'm really looking forward to the remake, and I do plan to do coverage of that when it does eventually appear. It seems to be taking an awful long time for how simplistic a game it basically is. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that, but that's, again, potentially the end of January, probably even later than that. So what does that mean? Well, I've finished up my State of Decay playthrough, as you may have seen. Please check it out if you have not. And that leaves Monster Hunter still ongoing, because I'm still enjoying it, and I still have plenty more to do in it. And my Let's Look At series, and these Let's Chats, which don't technically count because these go up as well as something else on the same day. So yeah, I've got my 2 ongoing series. I am still doing Let's Look At. I still get offers a lot from indie devs, although because of my limited upload time, etc., I am being a bit more picky and choosy about which games I cover these days. Yeah, but I need something to cover January. That is basically the point I'm making here. I want a series that can last me from the new year into the end of January, and then maybe just fall on the wayside a little bit. I considered bringing back my Hitman Absolution series because I liked that a lot, and if you didn't check it out, by the way, I would pick randomly selected player-made contracts in Hitman Absolution and try my best to beat the creator of the map in as best a way as possible. I had a lot of fun with that. It requires a lot of work, and some of them had me stumped for ages. I really like doing it though, but I'm not 100% sure who owns that. Is it Square Enix? It is, because they own Eidos, right? So yeah, I'm not sure if they're 100% allowing monetization. Again, I'd have to look into whether I could get written proof. So I kind of wanted to throw around some ideas here for input from you guys. And I would really appreciate if you took the time to, you can ignore the Christmas crap at the start. You don't need to tell me about your Christmas if you don't want to. This is the thing I am genuinely interested in getting feedback on. So for January, would you want to see me make a return to my Hitman Absolution series? Like I mentioned in the final State of Decay video, I am considering going back to Spelunky, a game I enjoy a lot. However, the few videos I did of it seemed to create the impression that not everybody likes the game. I think maybe you just need to give it a chance. It's honestly very addictive to watch, even if you're not playing. I find it very addictive to watch other people play it. So yeah, that's Spelunky and Hitman Absolution. As far as other series go, I can't think of anything that would last me over January at this point, which is a bit scary. So I am open to suggestions. Indie games in particular are very easy to get permission for, so I'm very open to hearing about that. As far as AAA developers go, any Eidos game, not Eidos, I've got that on the mind now, any Ubisoft game, because they have a 100% blanket yes you can monetize, and they have written proof of that. That doesn't mean YouTube will always read that, by the way, as I've mentioned many times before, but at least gives me something to fall back on when I need to prove I have the rights to do something. Capcom is a bit iffy if it's their Japanese branch, however their American branch is 100% okay with it as well. Deep Silver is too, they do the Dead Island, etc. Those are the only ones I can remember offhand. Oh, Blizzard, so I may try and bring back that Hearthstone series I mentioned in my Let's Look At for the game, but that would also need input from other people. I have a few friends who play Hearthstone, and I do hear that the open beta is coming soon, so that will mean that there's a lot more people with the game, although that will also diminish the interest in the series, I think. But I don't know, so I am open to other suggestions. Those are the only ones that come to mind. If you need a full list of developers who allow monetization, by the way, there is a wiki for it. And if you can't find it by Googling, if you go to the Let's Play subreddit, there is a link to the wiki in the sidebar. And as far as I'm aware, it's still updated a lot, because I remember seeing Starbound in it, so it must be kept up to date, because Starbound's only been out like a month now. Oh, that's another thing, Starbound, however, I kind of got pissed off at Starbound because they deleted ship contents, and I was keeping everything on my ship to try and protect it, so I'm waiting for the next wipe, which is apparently the last character wipe, so a Starbound series may very well happen after that. And other stuff in kind of relation to that, Aaron, who I did one of the Starbound videos with, was discussing trying to get me involved in some kind of Minecraft stuff with him. He mostly or almost exclusively does Minecraft content. I haven't played Minecraft in a long time, since we did Minecraft nights, in fact. But as a game I enjoy, I like making things in it more so than adventuring, but I don't know, that's something on the cards potentially. So yeah, this was mostly just a looking for feedback type of thing, suggestions on what I can do throughout January until Battle of Z comes out, etc. So yeah, I'm losing my voice now because I recorded a couple of videos before this one, so I'm going to start wrapping up here, and also later tonight I have the third Steam group get together. Last time we played TF2, and it was the first time in a long time I'd played TF2. Had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun. We were just playing like Capture the Bag. It is a bag, right? It's a briefcase, whatever. Either way, had a lot of fun playing with some of you guys, and if you want to get in on this, all you have to do is be a member of the Flik Gaming Stuff Steam group. It's linked to the bottom of every one of my videos, including this one. There's no cost incurred, well, other than the cost of having to have Steam, which I do consider a cost somewhat. And yeah, I schedule events there. I'm also going to be arranging the multiplayer Monster Hunter get-togethers via that Steam group also, because it's the easiest way for me to plan out stuff. And on that subject, I'm going to be doing a little test of that soon. Soon, maybe. Right, so anyway, I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you as always if you managed to last to the end here. I am losing my voice, so I'm going to go now. I do have one more thing to record, unfortunately, so we'll see how that goes. It may mean postponing more Monster Hunter recording for a little bit. Colds suck. That's the message I want you to leave this Let's Chat with. Colds suck ass. Anyway, as always, thank you for listening this long. I really do appreciate it. Ta-ta for now, everybody.